Yeah, you did. That's fucking cool way. I've started it, by the way. Yeah, I have. I didn't see. Wasn't it at a deli or something?
I don't know, bro. It was
Looked
like
like a deli.
it looked like it was.
That's
in a
what I
restaurant.
heard. It was at a deli.
Oh shit. Still,
But
I don't know. Either way, I guess that's pretty sick.
technical difficulties.
I told him that. It was pretty mean. I was like, how could you tell so many people but not me? I would have come on and supported you.
Yeah.
He's like, oh bro, it wasn't like very big. I didn't really want many people. Like I didn't know how it was gonna turn out.
Yeah, sure.
And I was like, nah, fair enough, man.
Fair
Like,
enough. I'd say fuck. That'd be trippy as like, you know,
hard.
doing that for the first time. I saw like a photo of it, and he had like that little setup,
Yeah.
his little mini DJ deck.
He's got such a small dick.
Fuck. Yeah, it's
Like
so,
imagine he goes to like
his computer's as big as his big as his
like
dick.
imagine he goes to the actual like, bar, but he's got this really small little dick. Like it'll work. It'll do the
Yeah.
job. But
Fuck yeah. Damn.
Christian has a small dick.
He has a fucking mini dick, a small white mini dick. Fuck, that's chill as fuck. Speaking of dicks, just got a new dick outside the trap there.
oh yeah, it's huge.
It's nice.
That's mean.
It's a good dick. I'm gonna put a basketball hoop up there, just up
Okay.
because you know, you can, like maybe like get some tape and like make a key, like a basketball key
Yeah.
out of it. That'd be cool. But yeah, it's like
Hard.
it's a sturdy enough like timber
To dunk. What to hold the pole in?
to like just to be sturdy enough to bounce a ball without any like
Oh, okay, I see.
vibration and shit, and like be able to jump up and down on it. And like for parties especially too, you know, that's gonna be fucking sick.
Is there a gap between the like the ground and the wood? Like is it a little bit raised or is
Yeah,
it the
it's
same
right.
level as
It's yeah, like on Thursday we were drilling all the the poles in the
Yeah.
ground. We're putting
foundation?
we're putting exactly the foundation in. We're drilling with the auger, with the handheld auger, fucking motorized.
Yeah.
Break your wrists. Like fucking if you hold on to it for too long, it'll twist all the way around. It's quite an aggressive toy. Yeah, fucking post-hole drillers. Fucking, I mean. So, yeah. Adam, how's it been? How's it going?
Not bad.
Yeah, just going through life.
Yeah, man. Just doing the same old grinding.
Just fucking taking photos. I dig the old school camera, man.
Yeah, I got some film yesterday. It was like pretty cheap, and I thought I may as well just load some up, see if I can get some quality pics.
Fair enough. That's actually like such a hipster thing to do nowadays.
It's
I
getting more
agree.
in. A lot of people's doing it.
Yeah, and people are doing it. Like I see more and more
That's cool.
people do it. Yeah, it is trippy, you know. Like it's like people like it's the process of getting the photos out of there is a
It was
lot
just
more
even like the look of the photos when they come out. Like
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing. It's just
Yeah.
really retro and like all of it's sick. It's so
you
sick.
can like edit them as much as you want, but you can't. There's just some things you just can't like get. Like you can't get the right
Yeah.
colors or the right texture or anything. Like you
Yeah.
have to actually get it on film for you to get that raw kind of.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's like that's the reason why people still like to play like records, just normal vinyl stuff,
Yeah.
because you know the people say it has that warmth to it,
Yeah.
like to the sound. And like I've only like I was at Jack Lane's and with like Toby and all those other guys, and we were like playing his dad's record like collection.
Yeah.
It was fucking sick.
That's
it was
me.
like really like. And blasting like he has a good set of speakers and shit, and it was trippy learning how to like drop the needle on the songs you want to drop it on, and you like learn how to actually use them. It's actually like
That's
fucking
me.
trippy as, you know, like people, that's how they used to do it back then, you know.
Yeah.
Now you just pull.
I've been watching.
Yeah.
I've been watching Hip Hop Evolution.
Oh yeah, I haven't
Second
fucking
season.
I haven't even touched the first season yet.
And it's just like, it's at the point where like rap music is literally like, if you can't find good vinyls, you can't make good music. So there used to
Yeah.
be this like hotel that used to like open up at like 6 in the morning, and like every main producer would just like go in and get like all these records, and then like to like obviously sample to make beats out of it and stuff.
Yeah.
But they've never listened to it. So it's like they're just kind of hoping there's something sick in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just like the breakdown part. Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, yeah, It's really sick. It's really cool. It's weird to think that music started from that, but it's kind of cool how it's still being used. Like there's this club in town called Whammy. You know Whammy?
Yeah.
They still use vinyls heaps. They
Really?
love vinyls, bro. Yeah. When we went, they still use vinyls.
When we went to
That's Nick of the Woods.
didn't we go to that like Mexican place right up, like across from AV, and weren't they using real vinyl?
Mexican place.
Like that, like Latina place, like literally.
Oh yeah. They were
Weren't they using vinyl?
Yeah.
That was trippy.
Vinyl,
That tripped me
yeah.
out. They're using turntables and
Do you reckon
shit.
it's easier to mix with vinyls?
Nah, it's way harder. It's way
harder,
harder.
right?
Yeah, way harder.
I have no clue, bro. It's
I reckon
just
it's
like
way harder.
certain.
Technology is.
Well, I
made to
reckon the
make it
vinyl
easier.
DJs like look down on like computer deck DJs
Definitely.
because you're like, oh, this is what DJing is. This is like
How it started.
like a computer.
It's like more authentic.
Yeah, exactly. We're more like.
It's so hard to mix two songs at the same time.
Yeah, you have to
on
like
vinyl.
drop the needle at the right
DJ
time on the
Flash.
right. On the right, yeah. Fucking carving out the fucking like
so
a
hard,
groove
bro.
so it always lands in that bit. It's trippy as.
Like, I'm pretty sure in the. What's it called? The Get Down Brothers?
Yeah, the Get Down, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the Get
what-
Down.
That's what it is.
It took him what, like, a whole day straight just to get one.
Yeah, one drop.
Like, just to get one, like, perfect flow of two songs at the same time. Like, and I did it at Jack Watson's.
Yeah.
It took me like 4 songs, and I did it. I like mixed 2 songs while the one was like playing. I brought the other one in and brought the other one out. Like, I don't know, technology. It was made so everyone could do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like when you're a DJ, like maybe in the 80s and the 90s, it was like, whoa, you know. Now it's like anyone can just buy like a $400 deck and do it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you
And
just-
that's what people are doing. And I said,
Yeah,
that's all
exactly.
good.
It's
It's
it's getting harder and harder to become.
You have
big.
to actually be good, like really good, to actually like
Definitely.
rise above, you know,
Hard.
and like be better than everyone else that just wants to do it as a hobby, which is nothing wrong with that, you know. People just
Yeah.
more people that find shit that they enjoy to do that doesn't hurt other people and and the better, you know. Fuck.
Would you keep going with playing music?
Yeah.
Would you play drums or guitar?
I play both. I want to just play both, you know, like
Really?
just I kind of want to like get to the point where I can establish myself and like be able to learn like a bunch of other instruments too.
You want to be able to play guitar with your feet and drums with your hands.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the goal. Like one man band that shit. You know,
Singing like
I'll be
yeah.
fucking playing a harmonica and like fucking like blowing a
a
flute.
flute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking doing all those things, man. Bagpipes.
Cause what, Adam? You wanna play piano, eh? That's your.
Piano's my favorite
Nah,
instrument.
man.
You wanna play guitar, isn't it?
Yeah, I used to. I mean, I still kind of do, but I used to really want to learn how to play piano. But
Yeah, that's one I want to learn.
I just
'cause-
played the online piano.
Oh yeah, fuck, why not?
Fucking me.
My dad fucking knows how to play piano. His
Mm.
his father forced him to do it from like the ages of like 6 to like 10, and then he like quit, and then he bought a guitar and shit like that. It was trippy. He just taught himself how to play guitar.
Yeah.
It was
I remember-
really good.
Really young, we'd go to your house. I don't know what we did. We always came late for some reason. We
Yeah.
was always walking in. It's like what, like fucking 3 in the morning. Your dad's just awake playing guitar, and you'd always hear it when you're downstairs.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
On the weekends,
I
yeah.
was like, why is he not asleep? And he's just like drunk ass playing guitar.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fucking sick. That's dope.
That's how we
That's
roll.
really cool.
That's how we roll.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Did you miss that house?
Yeah, bro. Fucking,
such a sick house.
yeah, it was such a dope. Imagine if we had parties at that house, man. That would be.
It's just
fucking
the location.
real,
It was
man.
like, it was really
It was right in the middle of
Mm.
everything. Like perfect.
hard.
Like great view, pool, like decent amount of space. Nice, like pretty big house. Like lots of bedrooms and shit. It was a good house. man.
international students.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of memories in that
A lot
house.
of,
You know.
I bet, yeah.
A lot definitely. It's a house I remember out of like all the houses I've been in. I've only been in like 3.
3.
So
Same.
yeah. Was that including?
Yeah, so I was in like one, when like, before I came, I grew up
In the same house.
I grew up in one house.
You didn't move when you were in South
And then,
Africa.
I moved to New Zealand, lived in this house for like, I'd say like 8 months, in Browns Bay. It was like, we just renting it. It was such a fucking mansion. It was crazy. I thought we bought it, and then they were like, oh, we're moving. I was like, what? No, and like,
Yeah.
oh wait, actually, no, I've been in 4 houses. Yeah, and then I moved to the house in Glenmorgan.
Oh,
And
okay.
then, yeah, Browns Bay again.
Dude, you know Tristan, he used to live just down the road from me, on Sartors.
Really?
Yeah, he used to live right. So you know, going like the Sherwood Dairy,
Yeah.
and you go up the hill like on with that, you know the barrier, that
Yeah.
barrier that before you go up Sartors, you
Okay.
walk past it on the footpath.
Yeah.
His house was the first house that it basically connected
Oh, okay.
to the
Yeah.
that fence line.
I threw an egg at their house before.
Yeah, there's like one house at the top and one house at the bottom. His house was at the bottom. I'm
I
pretty
was
sure.
gonna say.
Yeah,
Me and Waldo like egged that house at the top once
Yeah.
because he used to live right across the dam.
dude, and that was the first
Um,
time I ever went on an electric scooter because Tristan used to have one.
Of course he did.
Yeah,
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 that's
fucking
cracking.
yeah, bro. And like now that all these Lime scooters are going around Auckland, it's like brought back there. I was like, gee, that's trippy as shit. These Lime scooters are fucking a worry to the old folks, aren't they?
Bro, there's something like, I think it's in the 50s now, of how many ACC claims there were of just Lime scooters.
Really? That's
Yeah.
fucking gold.
Something like 30 just in Auckland, and the rest is in Wellington.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what's gonna happen with it, because it's like it's getting more and more.
Yeah, and like most people that are using them, like actually when I was just doing a job down at the hub at the harbour, the wheeled boats park up, and there's like that big West Haven, the fucking car park
Yeah.
area and shit. There's tons of like people in business suits like whipping around on fucking
Hey.
Lime scooters, like
They love it.
yeah,
Everyone
bro.
loves
I
it,
was
bro.
like,
It's
yeah,
mean.
fuck. So like, but like, I think more in like Takapuna,
Yeah.
and like
There's so many.
there's so many of them, but
There needs to be more.
yeah, and but
Just needs to be
it's
more.
not only adults getting it, it's kids, even though you're supposed to be 18, you know, and that's the thing.
Really?
Yeah, you're supposed to be 18 to be able to drive. That's one of the first things you
When
ta-
you accept.
yeah, it's one
your
of the
thing.
terms
True.
and conditions, you know.
Yeah.
And it turns out that they're not. Well, like anyone with a debit card can go and
Yeah, true.
because like you don't even have to be like don't even have to be an adult to like get a debit card.
Yeah.
So
True. Yeah.
so
but
if, like you get 10-year-olds on these things and they're probably getting fucked up the most.
hard going 30 down a hill.
Going 30 down the hill, and I bet the lighter you are, the faster it'll go. So like shit,
Hard.
it's pretty trippy. But I think it's cool. You know, I'd totally do it. Like if
Yeah, you had a pretty big experience on
I had a
that.
fucking large adventure on those things. I was really surprised it got me all the way there.
Same. Very. I was like, when you said you're gonna do that, I was like, nah, it's gonna die halfway. By the way, guys, he went all the way from, was it Takapuna
I
to Browns Bay?
yeah,
Like, nearly Waiheke.
yeah.
basically
it was
Waiheke.
Waiheke.
It was basically Waiheke.
Basically, yeah. Fucking, it was like it wasn't even that far. It was like, you know, apparently it has a 37-kilometer range. I don't know about that.
On full battery. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it was only like 14 k's or 15 k's, but I got to one bar by the time I got back, and then I just parked it outside my brother's house, and in the morning I used it to go all the way to the bus station where my car was parked originally.
That's crazy.
It was fucking, and that was my first experience on the Lime scooters, so I was like, fuck.
It was good.
It was fun as fuck, man, you know? And like, because the Auckland Marathon was happening that weekend,
Yeah, the whole road.
I had the most of like Takapuna, like free, just completely
amazing.
open road and everything like that.
That's me.
It was a good time. It was yeah.
Did you witness me getting hijacked?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it was funny as he just ate shit and bye Lime scooter.
Because one guy was like trying to step me out, and his mate just like picks up the scooter and goes.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck, Taine!" Like,
The savages. Yeah, you had to
Bro.
fucking run into the bathroom and come get me and like.
dude,
tell
he
me
was
to
going so
cancel it.
slow. I could have just run after him, but he was just like probably way too high on the cinnies. He just kept going. He was like,
Cities, he loved the fucking cities.
Yeah.
Damn. Dude. that's fucking disgusting. Those synthetic shit. That
Oh,
synthetic
bro,
shit,
hard.
bro. That's fucked up.
When that guy gave like,
it's like a crime.
he's like, bro, do you want to buy my joint for $3? I was like, no, I'm sweet. Dude, don't trust that.
He's selling all his joints. Yeah.
It was a huge joint. Remember that?
Nah.
It was like it was me and you. I remember it was this fucking big ass king joint. He's like, "Do you want to buy it for $3?" And I was like,
Fuck.
"The fact that you selling that for $3, dude."
Yeah.
It was an animal.
He's like selling you poison, and then after he's gonna be like, okay, $50 for the antidote, cunt. Like, I tricked you.
Hard.
That, dude.
That's
There's some
cool.
crazy people out there doing dodgy shit and like fucking people up over.
Yeah, bro.
You know, it's no good.
It's
It's like
like-
you gotta be
It's pretty,
trustful if you're gonna get down and dirty like that.
it's pretty fucked up what some cunts will do for money. It's like selling someone like fake acid to get them
Yeah.
really fucked up, where you've gotten your money and you know you're not gonna see them again. That's so fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it's
but
like
that's a disconnection, you know,
that's
that they have. It's weird.
it's in my way. It's like killing someone.
Well, the thing
Like,
is,
it's
like, you're gonna make more money from selling them good acid, so they come back to
Exactly.
How many
it's like what
people-
the fuck's the point in that? Like,
How
you know,
many people? I wonder how many people OD, right? And then they're like pictures shown on the news, and the drug dealer sees the picture, like this guy ODs or whatever in the paper or something, like person ODs, and then the fucking dealer sees that. I wonder if like
Hard.
if that has any effect on them. Probably would, but like you'd have to remember them, not be like, oh, that's just another fucking freak druggo. That's a lot of drug dealers like in the movies. They're more like cynical in the way that they don't care that they about you because you're a junkie and shit like that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, he's just another junkie buying my shit,
Hard.
kind of thing.
Depends what they sell and how long they've been selling.
Yeah,
I'd say.
yeah, man.
Um,
Yeah, true. Definitely, drug dealers. I wonder how. That's it's weird how like life can go down so many different paths and how you could live on one side of the country and live on the other side, or one side of the city and live on the other side of the city, and like have a completely different lifestyle. Like, because I always like wonder what it would be like to grow up in the city, in Auckland City,
same, bro.
just like
Same as him.
in an apartment or something. That'd be weird, bro.
It's a goal for me.
I'm
bro.
not. I prefer the way that I've lived so far. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go live in an apartment at this point.
You just want to experience it.
Yeah.
Same.
I'd
100%.
experience it for a bit. Like especially if you're going overseas or whatever. It's
Fuck yeah.
probably cheaper to go that route.
I want to be able to like wake up, get changed, maybe grab a coffee, and just walk down the stairs and be like in the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go
just
for a walk.
walk
like-
right into the energy.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
it's so mean. Especially like I remember I was eating noodles once. What's that place called? The Imart?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like, we're just sitting outside eating noodles, and you'd see like some guy just walking in his pajamas. Like it's like in the morning. It's like 11 or 12, and he just like goes in, buys milk, goes out, and probably just walks to his apartment.
Yeah,
Like he's like
bro.
wearing like PJs, and I was like, fuck, I wish I lived in the city. Like
It'd be so dope with those fucking Lime scooters now too. You just fucking do that everywhere.
take it up to your apartment, charge it,
Yeah.
wake up, sussed.
Yeah, man. That's
mean.
what a trippy thing, man. Technology, eh? Like I just showed you guys that thing that fucking with the wheel. That's crazy. Like for car people, that's interesting because most people wouldn't have access to these like electric car electric powered shit because it's so expensive. This kit, it's $10K, but for the like 2 wheels and 2 rotors and it's really it seems. Imagine if I did that to like my car, you know, put 2 extra, yeah,
Or
2
what?
like 100 horsepower extra on that car, and it has like more weight at the back and shit like that because of the batteries.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy. Like these, it's fucking. it's pretty trippy technology. Like, I wonder who the guy who must have came up with it must have been like tripping hard, bro. Like, like what if I take these?
True.
Well, maybe they're just like because even in
Imagine-
modern sports cars, they have like separate engines for the fucking like the each wheel.
True.
So that's kind
Maybe
of.
it was just sitting there, just on 600 UG, just staring at a tire. And then it was just like, wait, what if I made one tire like spin off a battery?
Yeah, and make it be completely separate from like
Bing.
the actual.
It
Apparently,
just makes it happen.
I think you have to have a modern car for it because like the throttle, the throttle is like goes into the ECU. So, and the ECU sends the signal to the like the receivers that are on the engine, the electric motor.
But then just breaks and it just.
Apparently, like. It's like it's crazy. It's a bolt-on system. You just take off like the hub and then replace it with this like electric engine and like the rotor and the wheel.
Okay.
And like that's the thing. It has like a big thin brake disc all around the outside. It's like big like it's got the circle. I think there's a fucking picture in there, but like it's like the wheel, and then it has the brake disc like sticking out in the middle.
Yeah.
Because like it just rolls on its. It doesn't have like a fucking axle. It just sits on like the gears and like these roller things that propels it, and then brakes with like a little like tiny Brembo fucking brake caliper. It's pretty trippy.
Curious how long that will last there.
Yeah. Hey. Oh yeah. True. Like how fucking like sturdy they are. Like if they can take much like fucking thrashing.
Think how different.
But apparently they're impervious to like fucking dirt and water and all that shit. Should be, right? If you're putting it on your car, you don't want to rain. It just locks up all your wheels. Lawsuit. That's a lawsuit. Fuck yeah.
To think, what will technology be like in like 20 years?
Dude, like this fucking Swedish shit where they're putting fucking little microchips in between the skin of your thumb and your index finger, right in the meaty part. They're putting like a little chip the size of a grain of rice, and it acts as your keys, acts as your fucking FPOS card, acts as like probably like an identity. If you're like found drunk as fuck on the side of the road, the cops will just pick you up, scan your fucking hand, find out who it is, or either throw you in jail or maybe take you home. Who knows?
It's gonna get to that, eh? Everything's just gonna be like. Oh, I don't know. What do you think?
I reckon definitely, because it seems so convenient. Like, it'd be hard as to.
You won't lose it.
Imagine, like, you accidentally, like, paywave something. Like, you put. People, like, running around with, like, fucking paywave machines on their, like, scanning people's hands.
That's how they rob
like
you?
that.
They just, like, put your wrist down and paywave, and it's just like.
I don't like.
They,
the
like,
idea
cut your
of that.
fucking hand. They, like, cut your fucking.
don't.
Dude, imagine some crazy motherfucker cut your fucking hand off.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
And just fucking, you started using it around, like, fucking, like, putting it in a long sleeve and, like, holding it with your hand, like, paying for, like, sandwiches at fucking Starbucks with a fucking dead hand.
I feel like, I don't know, machines are so unreliable. I hate to, like, have the thought of one day people are, like, have machines integrated inside them. I feel like it's so easy to tamper with technology that it's just like having that a part of you, it makes you so much. I mean, like as weak as people already are, it makes you so much more vulnerable.
Do you think, like, if let's say they invented this thing that can make you like walk faster, do you reckon they have like control over that? If they did,
they'd have to.
I don't know.
Be able to like monitor it and to be able to like. You know, like update it with new like software and stuff. They'd have to be able to have access to it, and if someone has access to it, other people can have access
I would never put my life into someone else's hands.
Into the hands of like a robot. It's
exactly.
That's the idea, like, because in this generation, probably like maybe 4 or 5, maybe 2 or 3 more generations of like behind us, they'll think of not having. Like, if you get these fucking, like, things in your hand and all these technological improvements on your body, that would, in the future, they'll be, like, normal, but to us, it's, like, weird, because we haven't even hit that stage. Only, like, a few people do certain things, and that, like, kind of weirds us out.
Yeah.
But by the time, say, my fucking kids have kids, they'll probably would have grown up in a world that is used to having technology like just putting you at birth and kind of shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's inevitable, you know. It's just fucking eventually, because of the way that technology goes, it just goes faster and faster. More progress gets covered and made every year on everything. It's kind of like it's in the next 10 years we're gonna be all fucking doing things that we never thought could
be possible,
and not even that, things we couldn't even we haven't even imagined yet, like shit that because there's always new shit like happening, and like people are inventing that stuff, new shit every day, and when you see like a cool new thing like that fucking the independent electric engine / wheel fucking propel thing that you put in your car, that's like wow, shit.
That's crazy.
That's actually like no one. You give that to a guy 10 years ago, like, wow, that's crazy, you know.
Do you have any ideas to like what do you reckon could work?
Like actually, I don't know, man.
Like, do you have any idea that you'd like think that you should invent, but you're not sure if it's like an actual good idea?
I think I've had ideas, but like then I realized, that's probably
it's pretty stupid.
Yeah, it's probably not the best idea. I'm pretty sure that's how most ideas go.
I've had a pretty good idea. Like if, so like if there was like a road, do you know how when a magnet, when you put it like opposite each other, it like kind of like bounces off?
Yeah.
Like it kind of what's the word?
It repels.
Repels.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, imagine like you use that as the roads. And so let's say some guy's like boosting and he goes off the road, all he'll do is just kind of like drop. You know what I mean? I always thought that like when I was a young kid, that was like such a good idea. But then I was like thinking, imagine like the car next to you driving past you would also be like repelling. That could kind of like, I don't know, it could cause some serious shit.
Yeah.
But I just thought, when I was younger, that was a really flippin' dope idea.
Yeah. I remember having like maybe like a real simple one. Probably could be a thing. I don't know if it's a thing. Never really searched it out. But like ice cubes.
Yeah.
That like they're like fucking plastic. Like they're plastic on the outside. So reusable ice cubes. You just fucking put a bunch of plastic.
Reusable ice cubes.
Yeah, reusable ice cubes, man. You just fucking like have a a little mini like fucking
plastic bag over it.
like a little mini like fucking cold pack, those fucking like that you put in your chili bin or some shit, just a little fucking like one of those.
That's
lots
a
of them.
dope
And
idea. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Like
maybe
really small ones. You just put it in
instead of like waiting for like new ice. You can just like using a bunch of water. Just reuse fucking ice cubes.
The other thing is for me, when I like drinking ice water, I like to drink that ice too.
True,
I like to chew the ice.
True, that makes sense.
So it's like,
yeah.
Unless they're like kind of heavy and fall to the
It'd be good for like
stay there.
It'd be good for probably like fucking like soft drinks and like stuff that you don't want to get watered down.
True.
But yeah.
Hard. It's a good idea.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah. But like, I bet there's thousands of inventions that are just so shit. Most of them are. It's only the good ones that see the light of day.
Can you imagine you dedicate your whole life to like one invention and like it just doesn't go the way you want it to go?
Yeah, man.
Or
I
like
think a lot of people do.
someone finished the idea before you finished it.
Yeah.
Imagine
that's
that.
like the light bulb in a nutshell. So many people were figuring out how to fucking do the light bulb right.
Really?
Yeah, everyone was like, there was a bunch of fucking people like all around the world.
And one guy did it.
And like one guy did it first, and that was Nikola Tesla, but Thomas Edison stole all that shit from him and put it out first and got the credit for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he...
Apparently fucking Thomas Edison stole a lot of shit and wasn't actually a very good inventor, but he probably was a fucking still really smart guy.
He took shortcuts.
Yeah, exactly. It made it easier.
I'd be that guy in the world.
Fucking
Just be like, I can't be fucked.
I'll just
rob
go
this
over
place.
to old Nikolai. Fucking,
Yeah.
you know, see how his bulbs are doing.
What are you guys' thoughts on the new Red Dead Redemption?
Fuck, I've been playing. I'm like fucking 12, maybe no, I'm like 15% into it. Oh, it's so good. I
How
love
big?
it.
How long is it? Because I'm.
It's a deep game. All I know, I've been playing for like ages, and I'm not that far into it.
I don't
It's
know anything
really,
about it.
it's really sick, man. It's a prequel to the first one.
Never played any of them. Never seen.
It's
any
like
gameplay
10
or
years
anything.
before the first one happens. Has same characters. Like, it's interesting.
Is the character younger? Or
Yeah,
is he-
yeah,
is
he
the
has to be.
same?
He is younger, yeah, because it's 10 years before, and like in Red Dead Redemption 1, like the main guy, one of the main guys, Dutch Callahan or something like that. I don't know. I think I made that last one up, but he has like grey hair and like bald head in fucking Red Dead Redemption 1, and then in this one he's like has black full head of hair and shit like that. But it's really interesting story. It's fucking put together. It's tons of little details. The
map.
The map is beautiful. The graphics are great. Taking advantage of the next gen consoles and shit like that. That's good.
You know, it sold more like sales in its first month than the first one did in its whole lifetime.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
They sell more every year. They sell more every game that they release. They'll like if it's a GTA or a Red Dead, then they sell more every year.
Makes sense because I've never.
Because more people are exposed to it every day, and it's become more of like a mainstream like it's like a cultural thing almost. Like GTA is like if you're born between like in the 90s and then onwards. Like, and you're a guy, GTA is a pretty prevalent thing if you play video games. You know what it is even if you don't play it.
I feel like video games in general have been become quite a big part of just like youth culture.
Definitely, yeah.
It's a lot more common to find someone who has like a gaming console or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much everyone like. There's a lot of consoles in a lot of households. I bet like most houses have fucking consoles if they're the people that live in it are below the age of like 35.
I mean, even a lot of people who are like older buy one not even for gaming. They buy it for like a
just to watch it.
like
exactly.
a
And
DVD
then,
player.
and then some people they'll get into gaming just because they have it. You know?
I think if you've played games, any sort of game on a device, you will always have one. Like my dad, he's been gaming since he can remember, and he has Xbox One.
Yeah.
Like he has Xbox One, he plays games still. He's playing Fallout right now, which is pretty sick.
That's the thing. If I was like old as fuck and I was born back when, like, say your dad was born, like, I'd keep all the consoles I've had because I already like have all the still have the consoles.
Really?
Yeah, I have my PS2 and I have my PS3 and I have my PS4.
Bro, I lost my PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where it went. I have the meanest games on it.
Yeah, right.
I still got my 360, which is pretty mean. I'll always have that.
And I had like at one point I had like the fat PS2 and the slim PS2.
Really?
They made a big jump between the fat PS2 and the slim T. The slim was like a little fucking like a book the size, you know, it's like a little book, a little handbook, you know. But the fat one was like a fucking like a textbook, like a history book that made a
Physics.
fucking made a big thud when you fucking opened the book, like if it's savagely enough. Like,
what was the first console you played on?
I don't know. It was probably quite a while ago. It's probably like I don't know. Maybe like a PlayStation 1?
Yeah, my first was definitely PlayStation 1. I remember playing Crash Bandicoot. No, it was our neighbours.
Hey.
Yeah, we bought it off him. And we just fucking played it. I remember playing without the analog sticks, you know? Just, they didn't have analog sticks.
What
it
did
was
it
just
have?
the buttons.
Oh, okay.
It was like a normal PlayStation controller, but without analog sticks, yeah.
Sure.
It was just buttons, D-pad and circle, triangle, square. L2.
I played PC games before I played anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I played PC when I was like small as fuck, like shitty as like fucking like problem solving puzzle games and shit.
I'll never forget, like I was like I think I started playing San Andreas when I was like 7
Yeah, same.
or 8. It was so bad for me.
Same, bro.
My parents used to come in and tell me, they're like, all right, that's enough for today, and it's just like I was like, what? Like, and they're like,
Dude,
yeah.
I didn't even have that. I just fucking play until my heart content. I couldn't think of
Yeah.
fuck.
Because I remember the one time my mum walks in and then like the cops were chasing me, and I was just like, you can't catch me, pussy. And my mum just claps me in the back of the head. She's like, turns off the screen. She's like, nah, you're done. And I'm like, what did I say? Like,
that's so funny. You're just hearing CJ say all that shit like fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
Such a sick game.
That's fucking great. Man.
When
can't go back and play it again though. It's just so hard. Like it doesn't.
It's shit.
It's so bad to compare it to this. It's like It's like watching a fucking silent movie, like from the 1920s, in fucking nowadays.
It's so funny how much money I have in that game because they brought it out on 360 again with 720 graphics. Like they
just took what they had and then like what the graphics could have been and then like just boosted it.
And my dad told me, he's like, Ruben, try play it without using cheat codes. I was like, okay.
Fuck.
So I got to Las Vegas and I just went to the casino and I just fucking played for hours and I got out and I had like 6 billion. And my dad's like, you did use cheat codes. I'm like, have you been to the casino? It's a piss take. It's the easiest thing.
Yeah.
And I had like a house in every place. I had a house in every place. No, I just played casino. Like I just played 21. Just played
blackjack.
Yeah, blackjack, poker and shit.
Probably have so many options. They just
bro. It was addicting at the time.
That's troll as fuck.
It was bad. It's not like I need to play. Nah, it wasn't like that.
Dude, I've had those fucking like feelings for games that once
really?
upon a time. Like where I just think about it the whole day. Like fucking in school between ages of 11, maybe 10 and a half to like 13.
Yeah.
It was heavy, just games.
Yeah. For me, it was just COD. I was really into
We played a lot of COD. Me and Jack, we played a lot of Armor 2 and like DayZ. That was like, I remember we had a holiday. And we just played from 5 o'clock in the afternoon till 7 o'clock in the morning, and then go to bed, and then do that same thing for a whole 2 weeks. Yeah. And like,
it was amazing.
It was some of the best times of my life, you know. Like honestly, it was like in hindsight, I couldn't do that now. You know, I couldn't do that now. It's not the same. You know, it's not the same. It's just, you don't get that feeling that you used to get. Yeah. But it was extraordinary. It really was.
I could still do that now. I still kind of do that.
I still could do that. But I remember
I couldn't take a whole 2 weeks to fucking play one game.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Back then, it was
in the life of its, you know, it was in its prime. You know, it was booming. Now nobody plays that.
That
game.
was like when I had Skyrim on my Xbox 360. I remember there was like this one summer holidays for like weeks. I literally wouldn't go out for food. My blinds were always closed. I'd wake up, play it until I went to sleep, and then just wake up, play it, wake up, play it. Yeah. Just because it was like such a massive game. There was so much to do.
Sure. That's why I like Red Dead, because like I'm getting that a little bit of that feeling like during the day. I'm like thinking about, I want to get on my fucking horse and like finish and ride off into the sunset, lasso some bandits. You know.
That's the thing. I don't know. The last game I felt like that was GTA 5.
Yeah,
just the
that was a great scope. That was a great story. Rockstar is my favorite game.
Oh yeah,
developer. Like they just nail it every time because it's quality over quantity, and they prove that. That's them to a T. You know, it take 8 years to develop a game. That's how long this fucking pretty much thing has been in the making. You know, since the last one came out, I'm pretty sure they just start production as soon as the next one goes. I don't know what happened there.
I think it's full.
It might be. I'll have a look at that, but yeah, that's fucking crazy, bro. I don't know.
I think it is, bro.
Yeah, it's good.
What's that little line?
Oh, the audio's still going. The camera's not there.
That have to be my favorite like game production company.
Bethesda.
They make like Skyrim, Fallout, like all those kind of games.
Okay.
They're so.
I've never played any of those.
You never played Skyrim.
Mm-mm.
I swear you did.
Games like that never really interest me, but I know for a fact if I play, I'll like it.
Bro, they're like some of the probably I reckon some of the best games in terms of like how much you're immersed in it, like the story and the kind of like,
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah, just the like the expanse of like it's like an open world map, and there's just so much detail in the game. Like some of the side quests and stuff you find, and just the weapons and like the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never actually played Skyrim. I probably have once or twice, but I don't know. I'm for games. I'm not that into like dragons and stuff like that. For like TV shows and shit, I'm into that. But for some reason, I like more like realistic kind of games, like
First person
first like set in a normal society almost. You know.
I played Far Cry. Far Cry was so sick. I fucked with Far Cry heavy.
Crazy good.
Like
Far Cry 3 was so fucking good.
I started to play Far Cry because my dad played it, and I always saw him play it, and I just loved how it was. You were on the map, and then you have to drive to this place, and you get in this little piece of shit, little yellow, fucking Daihatsu, drive the dirt road, get out on top of the hill, and you have to kind of like make your way there. I fuck with games like that. Actually, probably. Well, okay, yeah, I can ask you guys this. What is the most enjoyable game you guys have played ever? From like what we just talked about, it's probably those games there.
I can't say I have one. I can't say I have one.
For some reason, I just had a game that just got into my
I
head.
think when I was in the prime of playing Arma 2 Wasteland, that was really good times. The amount of shit we talked and shit as 12-year-olds. It was fucking
true,
crazy. But like probably like the DayZ mod, like the DayZ Arma 2, but the mod version of Arma 2. Like that's the original DayZ, not the actual game, the standalone game.
Yeah.
Me and Jack played that for a bit, where we actually like built bases and like established ourselves and shit. And that was probably one of the funnest times.
Did you used to play with Harry Donovan? So I know he used to play a lot. He used to play a lot.
I might have been in a game with two of them.
He used to play like a lot of DayZ and like a lot of like CS:GO and shit like that.
Yeah, true. I never really got into fucking Counter-Strike. It's that's a hard one to get into too, because it's a hard game in general. So many people that play Counter-Strike are already really good because they've been playing it for fucking years. True. It's been out for ages.
Did you guys ever play Hitman?
Yeah. Played a couple, didn't play a game through, but Jack Lawson, I used to go to his house and play it.
I love that game so much, bro.
Really? Yeah.
I remember I went to this girl's house once, and she had it, and I was like, surely I could borrow it, and she's like, yeah, of course, as long as you give it back.
Oh, is that?
Yeah. And then so and so I had the game, and I played as quick as I can because I thought like
that wasn't even that long ago.
I don't know, it was like a year and a half.
Yeah, that's not that long.
But wow, that game, bro, I was hooked. Like that's a game where
fucking murdering people.
I don't know.
I loved it. I love stealthy games. I love being a stealthy motherfucker and having to kill someone.
Yeah. I found it boring.
That's why
I completed it so fast.
That's like you stealth kill people in Spider-Man. Even I've been a Spider-Man. That's a great game too, and you can like stealth attack people, like wear people up, and pull them up into the roof and shit. Put them on the ceiling. It's fucking trippy shit.
I love stealthy games, bro. Stealthy games. I love when there's a mission where they don't know you're coming. I always try to complete it without them being like alarmed or like
tipped off,
sending everyone towards you. I like to do it like if I get like seen, I would redo the mission straight away.
I do that.
I'd rather want to get like fully. It'll take me 40 minutes to do it.
Yeah.
Then I like 30 minutes. But I like 20 minutes.
Did you ever play Metal Gear Solid? That's like.
Oh yeah.
With like
Snake. Metal Gear.
Yeah, and you had to like. It's the same shit.
Such as a game. Yeah. Oh, there's so many games invented. so many games invented, bro. If you think about it.
And they're just gonna keep making them.
Games, and it's getting like VR.
VR is gonna be crazy, bro. I've never even done it.
Crazy shit.
I was at the mall in Manukau and they had like VR like things. You just pay $15 and you go on the VR thing. Like
what?
You just playing a game.
Yeah, because the thing is, cool. Not a lot of people are Because VR is fully out. You can get so many games on PlayStation for VR.
Yeah.
But no one's like tried it, so they don't want to get it.
It's
yeah,
just
and
not very good at the
expensive, and
moment.
it's not. Yeah, it's not the best.
Is
at
it?
the
Because
moment.
I've never done VR.
The HTC Vive is the best kit for virtual reality on the market. It's like performs the best and it's got the most games. That's alright. Like it's kind of like you got to be like enthusiast, you know, to like really get into it.
Still in like
but
early
yeah,
development.
in like
really.
10 years, 5 years, it's gonna be gone. It's gonna be fucking. Really
I think Ready Player One came at
Yeah,
that movie came at such a good fucking time.
It pushes the fucking
It
it
opens everyone's mind to
interest.
virtual reality.
Yeah, it
you know what I mean?
pushes the
What it could
interest
be.
for it, you know. Yeah, fuck yeah.
That was. By
I'd like
far-
to see the sales of virtual reality things right after that movie dropped. Like from
Yeah, fuck.
like the fucking like you know the poll.
I think that movie was.
You guys should watch. Like, I don't know if you guys are into anime. You should watch this one called Sword Art Online. Sword Art.
Sword Art.
Online.
Okay.
Sword Art.
Bro, it's
Sword
pretty
Art?
much like pretty much like Ready Player One.
But anime.
Bro, it's literally
What?
they have these
That
like
sounds
VR
dope.
things and they go into it, and then they're like in the game.
Yeah.
And it's like this is the first type of it's like that type of game that's ever come out where it's like crazy virtual reality. Like you go to sleep and you're like in the game, and the developer of the game does this thing where he pretty much locks everyone in the game, so you can't log out. And if you die in the game,
You're dead.
you die in real life.
Whoa.
Like the
that's
shit that
trippy.
the helmet thing, it like fucks your brain up and you die. So like
Alright, I
if
need to go watch that. Nah.
so if you
That sounds mean.
so if you die in the game, you die in real life, and it's about like this guy trying to like beat the game to like save everyone and shit. It's pretty mean.
Is it a movie?
True.
No, it's like a series, but
Okay.
it's really good. Like each different season, there's like another different game they go into, and like different. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm
Dude.
sure after that they'll realize not to put the thing on. Right?
Yeah. In fucking
That sounds
Japan,
good.
they already have like virtual reality go karts. So you go on a normal track, but you wear in a normal go kart, but you wear the virtual reality headset and you drive around the track, and it's like a Mario Kart thing
Hey,
or something like that.
that's sketchy.
Yeah, bro, that's what I feel like.
I thought
What's that delay like? How accurate is it? Because
it
like,
has to
fuck,
be like.
do they like make the barriers seem closer so you like drive safer?
I
Sure.
think it's just about like surroundings and
Yeah,
stuff.
I think it's very accurate.
Should be.
It
If
has
they're
to
gonna
be
fucking
for,
put people around the tracks and
Uh-huh.
basically blindfold a TV blindfold, you know?
Hard.
Fuck man.
What are you gonna do if the? Because there's audio obviously still going.
Yeah.
There's no. You're just gonna put your background.
Yeah, just
For
put
the
a
rest.
background on it.
The money. Just put the money.
Yeah.
Nah.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Fuck. I got home today.
Mm.
So funny. I clocked out so early. I was meant to be. Like, you're meant to clock out like 2:30. Bro, I was 2:25. Boom, boom. Out. Gone. I was like, I got home at like 2:40, and I was like, fuck, I'm early as fuck, and I just passed out. I just fell asleep. Woke up like, keep waking up, sleeping till like
Yeah.
5 o'clock. And I was like, oh shit, I'm not driving peak traffic to him.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I was like, yeah. But I'm still tired. I love sleep, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's fucking crazy. It's a bitch though. You don't want to really go to bed, but you want to stay up.
Oh, no, I love sleep. I'd sleep all day if I could.
If I didn't have to sleep, I wouldn't.
Yeah. So
Okay, yeah, no. If I didn't need sleep, I wouldn't sleep. But I always need sleep. I can always. I'm like always tired. Especially this last week, I've had such a jam-packed week where I've had less than 5 hours sleep every single day, just because I've been
Oh fuck that.
so busy. Good. It was so fucking worth. I had such a mean week, and it's catching up now. It's catching up heavy now.
Yeah, stacking that sleep.
Yeah, bro. So I just need to sleep, wake up, get home, sleep again, and just
Fuck man. It's
yeah.
probably a lot of people are tired. It's just because like the sugar and everything that we eat. It was like an insulin dump, you know. Fucking like we need to eat tons of sugar, it boosts your insulin, and you feel like energized. That's what you feel. But after like a couple of hours, you'll feel like it's buzzed, debuzzed, like completely like no energy because you need your body's like replenish. Give me another Coke or something. And if you were to like continuously eat sugar the whole day, you'd be fine. But most
get
people,
addicted
like,
to
yeah, exactly. Everyone's already addicted to it. Like anybody that really lives in the Western world is most likely addicted to sugar. You know, it's part of everyone's diet. It's part of everything that it's pretty much in everything that we eat. Every processed thing, anyway.
This is a girl that I work with. She's kind of fat. Like she's big. No, I'm just saying that.
You fat shaming.
And she gets a Coke every morning. It's like one of the 750 mils.
Yeah.
Every single morning.
750 mils.
She drinks. Yeah. Sculls it, nicks it, loves it.
Okay. Every
and
morning.
I could definitely tell, like, she needs that. Like, she desires that Coke
it's so
in the
adapted.
morning.
It's such a,
And it's like, Coke's not bad.
Oh.
But at 9 o'clock in the morning, every single morning, I reckon that just, like, save it for your lunchtime, you know what I mean? Enjoy it with, like, a pie.
Yeah, that...
don't fucking scull with a cig.
Yeah, that's a thing, but, like, doctors, I've heard doctors saying, like, through studies and, like, podcasts, apparently, if you're gonna have all your sugar and shit, you might as well have it in the morning, because you got the whole day to burn it off instead of having it at the end of the day.
Okay.
You know?
But she...
It doesn't really matter when you eat sugar or how much you eat at a certain amount of day, it's just the fact that you're eating it, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I agree, it kind of looks like, you're supposed to have, like, a fucking apple.
That reminds me.
Or a strip of bacon or an egg, you know? Fucking not a bowl of fucking processed sugar water.
Staying on the Coke topic, my duty manager, I'd like come back from my break from upstairs, I walk downstairs, and there's a wall of lockers. He's also large, but he's not like,
plus size.
Yeah, he's definitely extra large. And he's like walking to his locker and he has like 4 bottles of Coke in it. Like, but like the big boys, like
fuck yeah.
1.5.
2.25.
Yeah, and you would just like
2.25.
Like, it's like when you're a kid and you just played PE and you go to the tap and you're just like chugging.
Yeah.
It's like that when he grabs that bottle.
Fuck, man.
It's like.
Most people can't, most normal people can't even chug Coke because
it
stings,
I
you know? I can to a certain point, but like, not like fucking 2 liters
I can't
down
even drink soda. Like, I don't eat sugar. I feel sick if I have too much sugar.
Yeah, that's fucking good then. Because it's actually literally a poison, you know? It's like, it's a drug.
Yeah. Like, I can't remember the last time I had like Pepsi or Coke or like, if I have something with sugar in it, if I eat too much, I like feel sick. I can only have
That's
like
good, man.
Bit.
That's fucking good fucking repulse to have. I'm a mad sweet tooth. I can just eat fucking sugar all day. I feel like shit, but I used to be really, really bad with Coke. Fucking liters, sometimes liters of Coke a day.
But you burn it off.
Yeah, but still, that's not good for your intestines and shit like that, you know? It's like acid. Like, it's fucked up.
I don't drink badly. I just eat really badly. Like, I would eat, like, I don't know, I would just be, like, really unhealthy, but I know, like, I tend to burn it off pretty quickly, because I got a really fast metabolism, and I kind of stay active a lot, but yeah, I try to eat, like, a couple of fruit a day. Like, I normally eat 2 apples or 2 bananas, and an apple every morning, kind of thing, so I like, every morning before I work, I have an apple and a banana. Or 2 of each every morning. Just because that's like my breakfast when I wake up. Because I can't be fucked making breakfast.
Yeah,
I wake up 10 minutes
natural
before.
Sugars.
I meant to wake up 10. I wake up 10 minutes before I'm meant to be at work.
Yeah,
So I'm like.
That's kind of hard.
Like boost. Like as I'm getting everything ready, I'm just like brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
And then like by the time my toothbrush is like zzz, zzz, I'm like sweet, cool, done. Spit it out. Hair, sweet, cool, go. Literally like a minute late, and you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, true.
I'd rather sleep for 5 minutes extra then wake up for 5 minutes
Yeah,
and
she
not do
does
anything.
nothing though.
It doesn't do shit. I know it
doesn't
doesn't
do
do
shit. I know.
I did it today. I did it
I
this
do it
morning.
almost every morning. I say to myself, I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, damn, you're gonna fucking wake up.
And you're like,
You're gonna wake up
fuck
at
it.
the first alarm,
Yeah.
not the third, not the fourth, and definitely not the second. You're gonna wake up at that first one.
Oh. Alright. So I read this thing on stuff.co.nz. It's this guy that starts to wake up he wakes up at 4:30 every morning.
Yeah.
Because he feels like it's like really good for yourself. Like you wake up, and he says that time is like his time. Like he gets everything done.
Yeah, isn't that like Casey Neistat?
Yeah, he got it from someone, but I
From
read it.
Jocko Willick.
That guy. I read that,
Yeah,
and then I
he's
saw
a
the video, and I
beast.
was like, "What the fuck?" I read the same thing.
Yeah.
That guy. 4:30 is early as fuck.
4:30. He works
That's
out. Fucking gets mad workouts.
Would you do that?
No, I'm
If
not
I had
a
if I was running my own shit, probably.
Mm.
If I was running like had my own schedule and shit, I'd probably do that, you know. But not on the weekends, because you want to obviously fucking go out and do fun shit and like party. But like during the
It's
weekdays,
4:30 when you're home. Like,
yeah,
fuck it,
like,
alright,
if
I'm gonna
you're
stay.
like doing, especially if you do have like a family, like waking up before everyone wakes up to get your shit done.
Yeah.
Like
The earliest
that's
I get
kinda
up
good.
is 6.
Yeah.
6 a.m. 4:30 is like.
Yeah, I always wake up before 10, no matter what. Like my body just won't, you know.
Yeah. That reminds me. When this thing comes
You have a
off, man.
fucking car still. That's true.
It's all Thursday, bro.
Really.
But when this thing comes off,
Dude, you
I'm
gotta.
back at 5 a.m.
You gotta fucking go easy on it.
I'm
bro.
gonna- I'm
it's
putting-
gonna be naturally just weaker.
I'm
because
gonna
you
be chucked
haven't
into
been
a
used.
splint for 2
Yeah,
weeks.
holy shit. Okay. Once you get out of the splint, you gotta do like fucking mobility exercises. Cause I think it was this wrist. Was it this wrist? It was right. It's this wrist. I fucking like fell and like fractured it, and then it was in the cast, and I never like did mobility, and now like this wrist doesn't go like being. It's
Oh,
better
really?
now because I stretched it back out and like over time, but
True.
it doesn't like it didn't move down
At all.
as well, like compared to this one. It didn't like go as far down, and same with going backwards. It just wasn't
Okay.
as flexible. I'd make sure that your movement's all
So
good at the
Thursday.
end of it.
Just in time for sound.
I know.
It sounds on the underground, right?
Yeah, Thursday.
Is that-
Friday.
Friday.
It's Friday. I am.
Wait, when is it?
Friday.
This
This
Friday.
Friday. You don't have a ticket, do you?
No, I didn't even realize. It was
Taine
a thing.
Patterson, you need to suss out a ticket.
I'm pretty sure it's
Alright.
sold out, isn't it?
It's heavily sold out. But I guarantee you, if you stay on Georgia FM, if you hit up heaps of people.
I mean, there's heaps of giveaways and shit.
Yeah, exactly. I can hit up Blanc right now and get you a ticket. I guarantee you. He's got a challenge out right now. He says he'll give out 2 free tickets.
Oh, sweet.
I guarantee you, if I hit up Blanc, I'll be like, dude, my mate just got back from Australia for like a couple of months.
Yeah.
He had no ideas this week. Do you please have a ticket that he'll even buy it off you? He'll be like, yeah, fuck yeah.
I don't think you will.
I'll be like, I'll be like, alright, a line for a ticket.
Bro, no,
A
'cause
line for a ticket. He'll be like, yeah.
it's not his show. Like
He's playing at the show.
he's playing, but it's not his show.
He'll
Like
do it.
if it's sold out, bro.
He'll do it.
You can't promise shit like that.
Hard. Nah, yeah, he's. So my South African mate, he was in this club, and he was like, it was kind of like a drum and bass, and I was like, hey, yo, that's sick. I don't know you guys like fucked with that kind of shit. He's like, yeah, bro, like he was pretty good, and I sent him a Snapchat of me behind the stage behind the DJ deck. I was like, this is the perfect Snapchat to send him, and I sent him a Snapchat, and he's like, no way, you're a DJ, like. What? You're behind the stage. Like, there's like 100 people. How are you there? And I'm like, oh, like I'm good mates with him, and like it's just bullshitting hard. And I obviously he's gonna come over and he's just gonna see how easy it is just to like walk on the side and like you're there. It's so funny.
Yeah, I went last year, bro. I
went with you, bro.
Yeah.
Sounds last year was, we were on a wrong level.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, I was drunk. I was really drunk. But I think Sounds of the Underground is definitely a cap.
Yeah.
It's an ecstasy experience.
Yeah.
I'm not promoting ecstasy,
Yeah.
but I'm saying for some events you definitely need ecstasy. That doesn't mean
Right,
promoting. It
yeah,
just means
that's
recommended.
That's just speaking truth.
Yeah.
That's just preaching to the choir.
Um,
Fuck.
Nah, yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm probably
Fuck
just
man,
gonna
I
go-
can't
I'm
believe I
gonna
let
sober
that
drive
slide
everyone.
by. I kept on seeing like fucking like posters and shit.
yeah, bro. I'm so excited for that. Just this way. I think the cool thing is that I got a kind of little idea what it is from last year,
Yeah.
and I actually remember last year a lot because I wasn't that fucked up.
Yeah.
This
true.
year it's gonna be like a blur.
Yeah, true. You get like a fucking ribbon, or whatever.
I don't know.
I'm sure
We'll find
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, try to get me one. Fuck,
Nah.
that's true, man. Fuck, that's big buzz.
Nah, bro, don't worry. There's a lot of people. Oh, nah. Everyone's
It's so
selling.
close,
Everyone's selling
man.
our house.
Yeah.
Tickets.
Our house.
Because
Yeah.
it's
What
on the
was
same
that?
night.
Really?
It's literally last year. It used to be on. It was on different nights.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing.
And everyone's going to Sounds. So.
I had to talk to the guy that bartended last year at Sounds, and I talked to him. I was like, "Oh, are you bartending this year at Sounds?" He's like, "Nah, our house." And I was like, "Bro, whose idea was it to put them on the same night?" And he's like, "Bro, both companies just
Hate each other.
clashed. Nah, they just didn't mean to do that, and they already put the date out, and they were just like, all right, little competition, let's see what happens." And I was like, okay, well, you know,
That's
Sounds
not
is
good.
winning, and he's like, oh, no one can tell now.
Yeah.
But I reckon Sounds is definitely because it's
Everyone's
cheaper,
selling
and
their-
it's
And our
like,
house, how big is the big is the thing for our house though?
I don't know. I think it's the exact same.
Is it really?
But our house is like 100 and something,
Oh.
where Sounds was literally $30.
Yeah.
So Sounds was like way cheaper. I don't know. Sounds has something like 1,500 people going.
Yeah.
I
that'd be crazy.
doubt our house can top those numbers. Like our house, I mean, Sounds has 3 different stages. They have Ferguson Bar. They have the whole underground car park, and they have that outside grass park.
Yeah, true.
Where's our house? Do you know?
I'm trying to look it up. It's loading.
Curious. Taine, if you could get a tattoo, what would you get?
I don't know.
Would you
I'd
get
want
a
to
tattoo?
get. Yeah, I'd want to get some. I do want to get them, but I don't know. I really don't know. It's a hard question for me to answer, because you know you just need to have something that means something, and you know, looks good.
Yeah. What would you get?
That you're happy with to be on your body
I
for
feel
the rest
bad
of your
for
life.
you, bro. That must have hurt.
Fuck, it's disgusting.
I got that right now, bro. I can go for a round 2.
It's a Gatling gun, bro.
That's disgusting.
Shut the
You actually have problems. You should probably go to the doctor.
God.
You need to start eating more properly.
Fucking rabbit pellets.
Yeah.
Alright, who's ever listening right now, I want you to comment to tell me if it's weird if I send shit videos, like of me shitting, to other people.
Of course it's weird.
Because this man sent me a video, Adam O'Neill.
What do you mean? No, it didn't.
Well, trust me, you'd never catch a shit video from me.
I've sent pictures, not videos, and you only get a picture if it's fucking an exceptional poo. If it's like,
If it's amazing.
if it's something that's out of the ordinary, and you're like, how did that come from me?
Sculpted by the hands of God.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it, otherwise, like, it's gonna be lost in time.
Yeah, you know, you can't fucking, you know, mold
Shits
it.
like that don't come around, you know, that often. You gotta treasure them.
Yeah. Fuck.
Add to the Snapchats memories.
Yeah.
I wonder how many. I'm sure you can do the math, but an average job, I wonder how many times everyone shits in a lifetime. How many shits do you take in a lifetime?
Well, it's recommended that you shit at least once a day. So
So
it's like, how many days are you alive?
Yeah, so it's 365 days in a year.
Yeah.
And then you
If you
go
count the
ti-
days you
times
miss.
that by your age.
But count the
just-
days you double.
Oh yeah, the days you have multiple.
But
so
then that carries on over to the days that you don't.
so let's say 350 shits in a year.
I shit every day.
I don't shit every day. Sometimes I literally go like 3 or 4 days without having a shit.
Really? And then
I have.
That 5th day is what?
It's
On
a
the
normal
toilet for
shit.
an
No,
hour.
it's just a normal shit.
So
Okay.
if you live to the age of 85, and yeah, it's a great age. That's pretty much.
I
cut
want to
off,
die
you know?
at 85,
That's-
yeah. But
yeah,
okay.
yeah. If you take a shit every day until you're 85, you will take 31,025 shits. That's not that much, to be honest.
Imagine that all just stacked up.
329,000.
Imagine you shit the same
That's-
place every
yeah.
single time. How much?
Fuck, man.
Fill up a swimming pool, an Olympic swimming pool.
Jump into it.
Fuck, man. It'll be all dried out and like white. You know?
You would attract
Fucking
so many animals.
It would
Flies.
the shit would break down and it would just be a fossil of the shit.
Oh, it's cement.
Fuck, you build like a fucking building out of it. Like,
Recycle.
petrified shit.
Just concrete.
Fucking do gravel driveway with it. Sprinkle it
Oh
over.
shit! The LA fire.
Huh?
The LA.
Yeah, bro. LA's on fire, motherfucker.
It's still going.
Yeah,
It's
man.
crazy.
I think it's now officially like the worst fire that I've ever had.
They have.
That LA's ever had.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just so dry over there. Everything.
It's God's wrath.
The outside is a big fucking tinderbox. Like it's kindling everywhere. You know, everything's so dry. They haven't had fucking rain in ages. They get rained on like once a year, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's a desert out there. Literally, it's a desert.
I wouldn't want to live in a place like that. I love rain. I
But
want
the thing
rain
is, like,
once a month.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
kind of appreciate rain. It's kind of cool.
Same.
Yeah.
When,
But out there, it's like always sunny. It's always
Yeah.
sunny in California.
like it rained last night. I had my window open. I love hearing rain when I sleep.
I love the smell of rain.
Yeah, like dampness and
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I've ever smelt rain.
Like when you go
The
outside in
humidity
rain,
of
there's
it,
like
yeah.
a certain scent rain has.
Yeah.
On like concrete, it's just the really like.
I agree.
And,
It's,
um,
it's
When
quite
I used to
nice.
be, like year 12, when I used to start smoking weed, I used
Smoking
to.
weed.
The thing that got me, kind of like, the thing that why I always smoked weed, is I used to get so high. I used to put earphones in, and just sleep and listen to like ocean noises, rainforests, and I used to trip out, man. I used to lose my brain. Like I used to just. It was like kind of like acid. I'd feel my whole body. It was so buzzy to me, and I'd like always wake up in the exact same position. And like where if I didn't smoke weed, I would wake up with my earphones like, kind of like everywhere. I would be like this, but when I get high and listen to that shit, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like trapped.
That's trivia.
It's so weird, bro. But then obviously it got to the point where I wouldn't get that high anymore, because those was like the first times I got high. So I never got that high. But yeah, that was a good experience for me for weed. That's why I enjoyed it so much.
Well,
Um,
yeah, it's when you take your breaks and shit like that, it kind of returns. It returns to that state.
I bet.
For a small amount of time, though.
I
Not that long.
Because I obviously don't do it near as much as I used to. Like I do it.
Same.
I do it like, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe. Like it just depends. And every time I have one, I get immortally high. Like I turn into another person. I go stupid.
Yeah.
I go quiet when I'm in weird situations. It's like, just it's weird how
Yeah, bro.
a substance like that fully changes your mindset.
Fuck yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's like there's this guy who's like a psychedelic researcher. I forgot his name, but he said that the best way to, even though he smoked weed every day and tons of it, he was like the best way to smoke weed if you really want to get the most out of it is to go like 2 months without it, and then just do as much as you can, as much as you can bear. Just fucking go to the absolute fucking moon with it, you know. Edibles, fucking smoking, dabs, everything. Just see how far you can go and
I agree with
completely
that,
trip
yeah.
out.
You would.
And then freak out and then do that again in another 3 months.
Because we did that once. We got brownies off someone, and we took. Did we take 2 each or 1 each?
When was this? Was it just me and you?
No, all 4 of us. We took. I think. Okay, so I don't know. We took brownies basically.
Mm-hmm.
None of us. We haven't gone high in a really long time.
Yeah.
I'd say it was like a month. And we all took a brownie, and like smoked 2 blunts.
Yeah.
And we were I don't know, bro. That was like the highest I've ever been on marijuana. Like we were we were tripping out, man. And I can totally agree with what he says. Like 2 months gap, smoke as much as you want.
And see how
Like,
fucking
because
heavy it gets.
the thing is with doing that, you appreciate that high and that day more.
Yeah.
Where rather if you did it every single weekend kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you did edibles, because like edibles are actually like on a high dose. They're actually hallucinogenic.
Yeah.
It's processes as a completely different chemical.
Yeah.
You know.
My sister loves brownies.
Yeah, bro.
When I gave her those brownies, she tells me every time, she's like, I don't want weed from you, I want brownies.
That's yeah.
And I was like,
that's that
so
11
funny.
hydroxy metabolite working in your body.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Like she says she couldn't stop laughing, and her husband was just like quiet, like he was just like.
Oh, that's
like tripping out.
That's just the spitting image of how it can
Yeah.
affect people differently.
So
Yeah.
good. So happy. Like, can you imagine they got back to me and they're like, Ruben, that was fucked. Like, we freaked out. We lost our minds.
We fucking
and
killed the cat.
I feel so bad. Like, but I knew. Because they were like, oh, can we just get one and half it? I'm like,
no,
you're not halving this. Like, I'm giving you one each. But like, if you want to have a good time, please take the whole thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. And they take the whole thing, and they're like.
You would not
stupid,
want to
like-
say that in America, because like you can like their edibles are so much more intense than the
bro.
shit that we have, because it's like legit like extracted
Their edibles are
concentrates. You eat like half a gummy bear leg of like there's little gummy bears, and you'll be fucking wrecked. Like people go and eat one gummy bear or even a couple because they think they're gummy bears. You know how much shit could be in there, and they just fucking crawl up into a little ball and then
Troll your mate,
contemplate the
just give him
world
a
and
handful of gummy
maybe
bears.
shed a couple of tears and like think
Yeah.
about how they're pretty much gonna die at that moment right there, and then they don't, and then they're like, fuck, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, man.
I saw this
I
video.
want to experience that vulnerability though. You know, if a fucking drug can whittle me down to a fucking like
Ball?
yeah, and fucking make me completely freak out. I want to kind of experience that. It's fucking crazy.
What, like freaking out?
Yeah,
just
freaking like getting so fucking high off weed that you fucking freak out, like legitimately freak out.
Have you ever greened?
No, I've never thrown up on weed.
And that's you need a green for that to
Yeah.
happen. Like I've greened before, and
Yeah, green.
The
green
first
is not
time,
like
the
that.
first time I ever did it was I
That's
had a little panic attack. My heart was racing. I was like, "Fuck the cops! They're coming! They're coming! I hear the
Yeah.
fucking sirens!" I drop onto the ground and fucking just like, I just completely freak out, bro. It was crazy. It's fucking crazy.
I've greened a couple of times.
Crazy first time.
the
Every
first
time I've
I
greened, I'm just like sitting there. I'm fine. It's just like I need a chunny,
Yeah.
and like as soon as I finish chunny, it's like
I
need
can
to
get
crash
close.
now.
I can
Like-
get close to that if I eat tons of food.
yeah.
Like because
After
that's a
you've gone
mistake.
high.
Because that's a mistake I make. I'll get baked and I'll just eat tons of fucking food.
That's happened to me before. Yeah.
That that Thursday night, first night back that we did that. Yeah, dude. Like, I ate a pizza, Wendy's, and something else,
Fuck.
and I fucking got so fucking full,
Yeah.
and like I just at some point in the night I fucking got up and then went outside and just laid on the deck out there, just looking at the stars, completely fucking out, like
I
completely
thought
tripping
you went
out.
upstairs.
No, I went out. I was just on the deck, just
We
fucking
were-
completely fucking out.
That's crack up.
It was, and then I came back inside. I was alright, but
Yeah.
it was fucking piercingly disruptive. But yeah, man, fucking crazy. It's pretty late. You gonna fucking give it an end? Alright.
Yeah.
It's been good, just shooting the shit, talking about random stuff. That's a good way to end it off. You know, that will definitely be picked up.
fucking
I doubt it.
Yes, it will. The fucking sounds of Ruben's flatulence
Excellent.
fucking coming through the airwaves.
Alright. Peace out.
Thanks, everybody.